Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2, and a very happy Thursday to you as well. This is the first one I've recorded since I've been back from holiday. If you weren't aware, I've been down in Devon for a while. Been fantastic. I'll tell you more about that in a bit. Now I'm sat in a Mercedes, and you may note that I'm sat in a right-hand drive truck. I'm in the UK. I'm in Plymouth. And I thought, well, I'm trying a whole bunch of new things. First off, this is the first time I've driven a right-hand drive truck in Euro Truck Simulator 2. So it should be really easy because I live in the UK and I drive a right-hand drive car. But for some reason, I just prefer left-hand drive in Euro Truck Simulator 2. I've never been able to really fully... Oh, parking brake, yeah. Fully get my head around why that is. So this is really, really weird experience. Now you may notice I've got the I thought I'd splash out and get the new DLC, cabin accessories DLC. So I've got lots of things here. I've not gone too overboard, but we've got a bag there, cool box, got a wallet there, we've got a compass thing. I can't zoom in, which is a pain. Got the little wiggly skull thing, which looks a lot better than I was expected, to be fair. And a couple of hanging things, SES and the Merc thing on the windscreen, GPS there, and I think that's about it, isn't it? Pretty much what it does. You can have a load more sticky things on the windscreen as well. I've gone DLC crazy because I thought since I'm in the UK, rather subtle paintwork. But yeah, I've had this Merc for a while, and it's actually got the most... I think it's got the most mileage on of all my fleet in this profile. I can't read that, my eyes are terrible. But I think it's got something like 60-odd thousand miles on the clock. Probably close to maybe 100,000 K. So it's been around a bit, this wagon. Think about that little GPS on the windscreen. It's tiny. How do people... People see where they're going. Well, that. I like the one that's built into the dash. Okay. Really don't want to crash before I even get to the load. Oh. I went into autopilot because I'm in left-hand drive. I'm feeling for the indicator stalks on the steering wheel. I think that's the reason why I don't drive left-hand drive trucks. Right-hand drive. Oh my damn gambler. Why do I get left and right so confused in Euro Truck Simulator? We're up here. Which side of the road? Well, that's a good point actually. I seem to have automatically gone on the right side of the road. That's good. Well, left, you know what I mean. So yeah, this is the first one since been away. Technically kind of 10 days in Devon, southwest of Exeter, which is Devon's capital, if you will. That was a bit bumpy. Trailer, paperwork. Go. Plymouth to Grimsby, 14,000 pounds. It's not about the money. Not about the money in this profile. Because I'm minted. Not using a stock gearbox. I believe this gearbox is part of the gearbox mod, which I do need to showcase. Anyway, I fancied this. I'm going to take you the route, roughly, as close as I can in Euro Truck Simulator. I think the route that I largely took on the way home. Now, I live somewhere roughly probably about there. That, logically, I'd have guessed would be the A46. Does that go to Grimsby? I can't remember. But let's assume that's the A46. This is the A1, obviously it says so. So I'm somewhere around here-ish. Where I was going, and where I was staying is... Plymouth is not all the way down there, that's Cornwall. Let's imagine about there in the route, probably about 35, 40 miles away from Plymouth. The route came back was probably this exact road here. That's Cheltenham, I think, somewhere around there. and drove back straight through a place called the Cotswolds. It's a very lovely place. Now, you may have seen Top Gear. Most people have. Or ex-Top Gear now. But Jeremy Clarkson lives somewhere around here-ish. It's incredibly vague. Chipping Norton, if I remember rightly. And I think I went through Chipping Norton. I did toy with the idea of driving past his house. But that felt a little bit too stalkery for me. But I say a little bit too stalkery. It's quite stalkery. Is that a word? It should be a word. It's slightly weird that I know where he lives. It's never going to work in South. Okay. Whoa, there's no need for that. Yeah, beautiful weather for the entire duration. We've had a big area of high pressure sat over the country for at least a week now, which has resulted in there being very little wind and some beautiful mornings. So I did intend on doing a little sort of IRL type vlog of the holiday, which had kind of got lots of footage for, but I wouldn't like to say it's the best footage in the world. So I think there'll be a bit of live footage, maybe a bit of a compilation of my photos. I'm a very keen photographer, although I've not been a very active photographer for many years. But it was just so gorgeous. I couldn't resist the temptation of taking lots of photos. So, yeah, nowhere near as much vlogging or photography, to be fair, as I probably should have done, or would have liked to have done. But I kind of just vegged out. Yeah, not ashamed to admit that I did spend an entire day on holiday, at least 12 hours straight, watching television. That's right, drove 250 miles to watch television. You heard me. But I never watch television. I don't actually have a television. Well, I do. It's not mine, and it's not plugged in. But so that was kind of a holiday thing to do. And I watched a couple of films, a couple of old war films. You can't beat an old war film. 10 Fathoms to Navarone, I think it was. So yeah, really enjoyed that. And of course, the obligatory alcohol consumption occurred, and quite a bit of driving as well. I did try and film the drive from the place I was staying, called the Engine House, to the nearest equivalent of a main road, i.e. a road with, more than one lane. It's not a single track lane. Now, possibly doesn't sound that interesting, but it's like I think it's sort of like 6 minutes death-defying drive. Because if any of you have ever been to Devon, or in fact Cornwall, they really are a fan of very, very tiny roads, and they absolutely detest seeing what's coming. So they've made the roads as windy as possible with 10-foot hedges. So it makes it great fun, especially at night. Really enjoy driving those lanes at night. But anyway, I'm gushing too much about the holiday. So there's been a couple of updates since the last Euro Truck videos. Literally. So this is game version 1.21.1 maybe now. And there's been updates to, I think, the Russian Open Spaces map. I think I've updated that. Still got crazy texture losses. The trailer looks a bit weird. Wow, he's going slow as well. Might have to overtake him. Far too close to him. This is terrible driving. And also, the Hungary map is updated now, so can run the latest version of that. That's the major difference with the latest Hungary map version is the fact that now the author, I think Frank 007, he's split the def files, the definition files, off, split them away from the main map file. Previously everything was in the one file, and he locked it for his reasons. people couldn't change the stuff like traffic or weather or whatever. But now I split those, so all the def files are in a separate file. So now I've been able to fiddle with the economy mod. Oops, not economy mod, sorry, the economy def file. The economy is quite harsh, and as soon as it's in real, well, it feels like real time. I think it's 2 times faster than real time. And what with the bridge issue, the low bridges, meaning that if I pick a particularly large load, it's actually quite challenging to get it from A to B. I treated myself and upped the amount of XP I get, rather than just go crazy and give myself loads of money per kilometre, even though I have changed that quite a bit. I've just upped the XP, which of course means I get to level up quicker, which of course means I get skill points quicker, which of course means I get more money for the load. So I'm still having to work to climb the ladder, as it were, but that should happen quicker. Another thing I've realised is that it's coming up to, I think within a few weeks, it'll be a year, just 1 year since I've been driving in Euro Truck Simulator 2. I seem to recall I first happened across it, as possibly a lot of people have, through Squirrel's videos. And I thought, I didn't know this thing existed, and I'll have a piece of this, and then so I got that in sort of maybe back end of October last year, and then very quickly realised that, you can't really play this sort of game on a keyboard. If I seem to recall, actually, I was using a joystick for a month or so, and that's not legit. Really, you don't drive trucks with joysticks. And then I decided to get a G27, which is what I'm using now. And, well, I've been using it ever since. I love it to pieces. Hopefully not literally to pieces. Still in the same amount of pieces I originally got it, which is fairly remarkable considering some of the aggressive driving I've put it through. Aggressive and rubbish driving, it has to be said. This road essentially took me through the Cotswolds. There was a lot of up and down, and it was a steady run actually. Middle of the day, I'm being overtaken here by the AI. I'll let him go. It's one of those big old Merc bus things. I think what they're called now. And some beautiful scenery. I'll try and stay off the rumble strips. I did spend about, I think it was about 7 or 8 miles, maybe even 10 miles. Oh dear, 10 miles, following 2 of the biggest combine harvesters you've ever seen. Humongous things, and they were the really expensive ones, the ones that cost like £1 million or something ridiculous. They had there were special ones that they use for moist ground, and they've got like caterpillar tracks or tank tracks, if you will, on the front wheels, and quite narrow roads, and a little bit of a rat run for HGVs as well. Quite a few HGVs coming the other way, so that led to a few sticky situations where 2 big things were trying to get through a small thing, if that makes sense. That makes 0 sense to me, but so some interesting driving observed there, but it was pretty chill behind these combine harvesters doing about 20 odd miles an hour. And it was interesting watching them drive, and of course, like I said, there was some fantastic scenery as well. And I think it took probably, I'm trying to remember now, maybe about 4 hours all in to drive back, 250 odd miles, maybe 260 miles, which wasn't too bad, because I wasn't rushing, taking it steady, as I am here. This journey is going to be a lot longer than I'd anticipated. So I probably will end up editing it. Oh, my skull's turned round. Now, I'm not... There's a couple of interesting things here. Say interesting. The school's... can I have a look at it without crashing? Oops, no, I can't. Oh! Brought him to life. Look at that hot air balloon over there. He's close to that water tower. Oh, wrong button. No, I haven't got the processing. Sorry, can't. Can't press the button. Oh dear, it's chaos. Oh god, I'm going to crash. Oh my word. Travelling quite... oh! Disappeared. Oh, my school's turned around again. It's facing me now. You know what would be really cool? Is if those eyes glowed red and you put your lights on it, which I don't think they do. It's hard to tell because it's daylight, but I have got my lights on. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that would be cool. Spooky, but cool. Okay, we're just coming up to the turning for the A1 off the dual carriageway bit of the A14. Probably need to change down gear for this lip road, possibly a little bit. Managed it, a bit bumpy for some reason. I don't know why that is. Don't worry, the probably all the dangly bits off the windscreen and those curtains. I don't know about the curtains. I'm not a massive fan of how to phrase it. Well, I know how to phrase it. Windscreen litter, but possibly windscreen furniture might be a bit more appropriate. All these curtains everywhere and stuff stuck on windscreens. Oh, I'm going far too fast, and average speed cameras, so I just slow it right down. Still going to get behind. Yeah, not a fan of that. Especially sat-navs and stuff stuck on windscreens. Possibly be different if I actually had to use a sat-nav in real life. And of course, different in this most of the trucks because I've got sat-navs built into the cabs, the sort of more exclusive cabs anyway, more expensive cabs. I don't mind the skull, might leave the skull, it's quite good. And the compass and stuff like that, but don't think I'll have the those things stuck on the windscreen, the little flags or whatever they're called. You can go crazy with those, and I'm pretty sure that they're illegal in the UK. I don't know about Europe or America, the rest of the world, to be fair. I think they're illegal in the UK. I've probably told you this story before, talking of things that are stuck to windscreens, but I remember once coming out of Manchester, this is in real life, and behind me there was a person driving a car. As it happens, it was a woman. There was a woman driving a car, but it could have been a man. But anyway, there's this woman driving this car behind me. Nothing unusual. However, I couldn't see her face. And I couldn't see her face because she'd put her sat-nav, which wasn't a tiny little thing, it was, you know, a fairly sizable, typical sat-nav, smack bang in front of the windscreen. Right in front of her. So I couldn't see her face. So how on earth she could see me, I have absolutely no idea. It was the most ridiculous placing of a piece of equipment I have ever seen. Utterly speechless I was. So yeah, you see crazy placings before, and these people who drive around with the sat-navs in prominent positions in the windscreen, you know, where they probably shouldn't be, from a safety perspective, and you see them driving around at night and they've not got the like day-night mode thing set, so they're in day mode and the brightness is ramped up to the maximum, must be like having the sun shining in your face. How on earth they can see anything past that? I've no idea. It must be dazzling. Because I've been dazzled when following these people before. It's been that bright. I'm not exaggerating. It's ridiculous. Anyway, there's no accounting for stupidity, is there? So yeah, in summary, we'll probably get shut of the dangly flag things, although they're not actually too bad. I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Are you pro dangly thing or against dangly thing? We're nearly, only 5 miles away. Blimey. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? What do you mean you're not having fun? I'm starting to adjust to this left-hand drive malarkey. Oops. Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? I know. Right-hand drive. Goodness me. Oops. Okay, maybe not so much, but I've got no auto perception of where the left-hand, and I mean left-hand, bit of the truck is. And I'm totally not looking in the mirror down there, so I don't even know why I've got it turned on. Oh, turn in here. Yeah, I'm finding myself actually missing the Hungary map delivering collection points, because some of those are, quite a few of those are really quite challenging. That's an interesting load on the back of there. I've seen that before. I'm not sure whether I've got the high power cargo pack thing. There was like this multi DLC thing I saw on Steam for like a £5. I'll see what I've done. I've blindsided myself, haven't I? I'm in reverse 4. I knew that had happened. I was just that button. There we go. 1. Blindsided myself. Wow. See out that windscreen. Oh, okay, I thought I was doing really well, but turns out I'm not. I'm doing really badly. Bit more. Hopefully I can miss the trailer next day. If I can't get this in the space going this slow. Yeah, I think it's a bit off, but might get green. Snaking all over the place. Shocking. Yeah, I'm just going to back that into the wall on her. Yep. Oh no. Oh, okay. Cool. Take that then. Brake on. Turn the engine off. Fuel. Attach the trailer. Bing. Excellent. So remarkable, I don't know about excellent. Oh wow, super XP. I'm not used to getting that much XP. Well, there it is, folks. Another load successfully delivered, and remarkably so as well, given my current performance level. So it's nice to actually get a load there in one piece. Stay tuned. Hopefully, production will start to get back to normal and everything in the next week or so. But until then, enjoy your weekend, and don't forget, drive safe.